Family separation at the border is fucked up. And it's a huge topic right now with a lot of framework behind the actual policy. Now, there's a lot of confusion as well as speculation surrounding this policy. So that's why I want to talk about a piece from the New York Times that breaks down kind of how we got here. What started this whole discussion was a lawsuit brought on against the government that was settled in 1997 that was known as Flores versus Reno. In this case, it was ruled that children had to be released from immigration detention without any unnecessary delays to either a parent, a legal guardian, a relative, or some kind of licensed program that will be willing to take custody of them. But when a flood of undocumented families came to the border from Central America in 2014, there were hella family detention centers that were opened up just to accommodate them. Since the children were staying longer than expected, the lawyers representing these families began suing because they complained saying it's illegal to keep children in custody that long. Children still need to be released right away, no matter the circumstances, they argued. The result of the lawsuits rules that the government has to release all children in a timely manner. But now, the government also has the option of not releasing their parents with them. And ultimately, the current administration decided to go with this option. The reason this administration is separating families, in my opinion, is because it's a really good negotiating tactic. The president has everyone all up in arms about this new policy, and he's probably hoping that the backlash will pressure Democrats into compromising on an immigration deal. Trump actually explained this policy really well at a press conference he had the other day.
I don't like the children being separated from the parents. I don't like it. I hate it. But that's a Democrat bill that we're enforcing. We can change it in one day. All they have to do is come and see us.
Sarah Sanders even reaffirmed this at her own press conference.
Why is the government doing this?
Because it's the law, and that's what the law states. And the law.
You guys don't have to do that.
You're right, it doesn't have to be the law, and the president has actually called on Democrats in Congress to fix those loopholes. The Democrats have failed to come to the table, failed to help this president close these loopholes and fix this problem. We don't want this to be a problem. The president has tried to address it a number of occasions. We've laid out a proposal, and Democrats simply refuse to do their job and fix the problem.
I just hate how they're making it sound like there aren't all these other compromises tied to ending the separation policy.
But the Democrats, by the way, are very weak on immigration. If you notice, when I came over, they were all saying about separating the families, and that's a Democrat bill. That's Democrats wanting to do that, and they could solve it very easily by getting together, but they think it's a good election point. I think it's a horrible election point for them.
I mean, personally, I do believe it when the president says he doesn't want to separate families, but I also think that this is a really scummy way to get people to the negotiating table. What I took away from this story is that the president is willing to throw the most vulnerable people under the bus if it means he might get his wall.